wanted to know if you wanted to know how it really went.
She says, while you did get it up and running, that it got you both into probably years of couples therapy.
Expand Furniture's Murphy sofa has been a best-selling staple for years. Expand Furniture is well known in the industry for having some of the most high-end, highly functional furniture in the market. But let's be honest, not everybody's looking for a bed that comes out of the wall. But these guys have found a way to make it seem somewhat normal. And they did it in a way that incorporated one of my favorite things in the world, a couch. Meet Marilyn, an architect in Austin, Texas. When she reached out to me asking for Murphy bed recommendations, I started getting really excited. And stay tuned because you need to see this bad boy all set up.
Hi, my name is Marilyn. I'm an architect living in Austin, Texas. We are currently renting a 3-bedroom house. We don't really use the guest room all that often, so we wanted to look at different furniture options. This made us think of some type of Murphy bed. We wanted it to be small, something that's renter friendly so that we could take it with us whenever we decide to move, and something that just makes the space look nice. So knowing all this, we didn't really know where to start looking, so we decided to reach out to Alex.
They call me the Couch Whisperer. I help real people find real couches. Today's real person is Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. How are you doing today?
Hey, Alex. I'm good. How are you?
You came to me with some very specific criteria, and I think we solved this case. But before we get into that, what do you do with your time? How do you live?
I'm an architect, and I go into the office 4 times a week, and then I do have one work from home day. I don't really have this desk set up because my boyfriend, he works from home.
But you do have this extra room that needed to become something.
It was just a room with a bed for when we had people visit maybe once every 3 months. I wanted to make it into a space where I could go in there and maybe work sometimes or knit or just be on my own if I needed to.
Right, and if it was a room with just a bed in it, obviously all you would get done in there is you go in there and you fall asleep.
Right, I can't go with my laptop and like sit on the bed.
If you're like anything like me, as soon as my feet go up, my eyes go down.
Right.
Making this room into something, into a multifunctional space, there's a few ways you can go about it. You can buy tiny furniture, or you can find something more dynamic and interesting. And at the time, I happened to just become aware of this really cool brand called Expand Furniture. Expand Furniture, as you know, specializes in multifunctional furniture that has this sort of inherent utility to it, where they'll have desks that will expand from this tiny size into a huge size, or dining tables. But in this particular case, they also make this product, which is very, very unique, called a Murphy sofa. A Murphy bed, which is something that stands up straight like a bookcase and is out of the way completely, and then transforms into a bed. But this one is a little bit different.
It's a sofa that comes kind of in front of the bed part, and then when you want to put out the bed, pull down the bed, and it's its own thing. It's not the bed that's built into the sofa. I've slept in one of those, and they're not necessarily the most comfortable.
Well, let me ask you this. Had you ever seen anything like this before?
No. When I thought Murphy bed, I thought couch, pull out, and then that's it. So it's a very interesting concept for sure.
It is an alternative to the traditional sleeper sofa. This is a solution where you can have a couch in the room most of the time, and then when guests come over, you get to pull down like an actual bed with a real mattress, not one of the very thin mattresses that needs to fold up into a couch. And we all grew up sleeping on those beds with the bar in the back, and this is not one of those.
It does not have that.
Let's talk about the couch itself. How does it sit? How does it feel? I think it's a little bit on the firmer side based on what I saw in the videos you sent me.
It's definitely firmer, but I kind of like that, and I'm sure maybe over time, I'm not sure if it will have give, but it definitely is a comfortable sit.
The one thing that's important to note for those watching is the mattress is not included. And I think we just determined that pretty much any mattress, I think 8 inches or under, would be perfect inside this. Let's talk about the installation, because this is something that you could do on your own. And you guys chose to go that route. Because in some homes live certain individuals, in this case your boyfriend Joe.
We did it, and the instructions are easy to follow. It is something someone could do, but it did take us, I think, maybe just 2 days.
Joe just
I wanted to know if you wanted to know how it really went. Very large pieces, very, very heavy, lots of screws, power tools. Definitely 2 people, right?
Most of what you just said is going to get cut out, and now you can go. All right, now that you have it installed, everything's done, are there other rooms in your house that you might consider for Expand Furniture? Do you have a need for a desk that turns into the size of 7 desks, perhaps?
Maybe a desk that turns into the size of 2, so maybe I can sneak into my boyfriend's office and have a place
There you go.
to work.
I think that should be our next project, perhaps.
Yeah.
To get you a place to work so that Joe doesn't hog up the entire house.
Exactly. I need a desk too, by my feet.
Are you buying a new couch and want the inside scoop? Subscribe to our channel below so you don't miss any of the info that you need to know.